Okay, welcome back to the SIMporium. Last time we were here at Thruxton, this is where I parked the lovely Ferrari I was given for the day. Unfortunately, no Ferrari today, I'm just on foot, but we do have a beautiful Cessna 152 to take up. She's in pretty good nick. She had a few miles on her. It's a crisp morning here at Thruxton, and we're going to do the same route. We're going to try and fly over Stonehenge, and again the White Horse and land at Keevil, which here in Microsoft 2020, Keevil is actually a designated airport you can select. It's made things easier. I've suddenly got a lot taller, it seems, as I walk along. So let's jump in. Right, no messing about as before. There's no traffic around at all. There is some guy in a car whizzing about and silly buggers, but right, let's just get going. Now I can cheat a little bit today, obviously. We've got the moving map, which is very useful. And I plotted a little route. It could be better. I wish the world had satellite data on it. And if you try and add a waypoint anywhere near your route, it doesn't really work. So I've sort of had to make do. So look, I can bring up this map. And there we go. Slight fog out, but visibility isn't really impaired. So I shouldn't have any issues. So we leave Thruxton behind. And again, we'll be heading along the road and looking for Stonehenge. Now, as I say, my waypoint there is actually towards Boscombe Downs, which I think is a military base, an airfield you can select. And I know that Stonehenge is just a bit northwest above that. I do believe last time I got my east and west mixed around for some reason. Well, I kept just saying them the wrong way around. I do know my east and my west.
Lineam approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna 152 1 miles south of Echo Golf Hotel Oscar. Request flight following.
So here we go, we're above the road here. Follow this road down. I do like, I just bound a custom view. See if I can in aircraft, try and move forward and up so I can get a bit better view. Obviously in real life you can move around a lot easier, so it's not cheating.
Copy Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
But, you know, I've had an email, so my Reverb G2 should ship in October. Apparently I'll be one of the first, because I did order immediately, it came out.
To 126.7 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So, with the wait time's ticking by, it'll be here before I know it.
Sierra, 1,200 feet.
I actually get pretty good performance with this. 2080 Ti. This is on 4K. This video should go up 4K, my first 4K video. And I'd lock it at 30 frames per second. So I know some people are elitist about that. I'm well happy with 30 frames. To me, this is smooth. It runs smooth. Full everything maxed out, basically. Everything is maxed out on Ultra at 4K. Usually have HDR running, but not while recording this. And even over cities, it does very well. I'm slightly optimistic, therefore, for VR. Obviously lowers things a little bit, but you've only got to hit, say, 45 frames per second, you'll get a good experience. And I've just built up a new computer, basically in anticipation for 3080 Ti when it comes out. I've sold the bits on my old one, so I've got a 900k in there now. Slightly overclocked, nothing too crazy. About 4.9 to 5. Keeps nice and cool. With a massive Arctic Freezer 2 360 cooler on it. Computer's nice and whisper quiet. How am I getting on? So yeah, there's Boscombe Downs. I do like that you can pull the trigger and it highlights nearest, I believe, nearest point of interest. I do wish you could bind a button to turn on POI markers and whatnot. And again, like I mentioned before in the last video, I wish you could bring up writing above places like air marks, like an Aero Flyer. I mean, I've just gone ahead and uninstalled Aero Flyer. As great as that runs in VR, even though this is in 2D, I'm sat really close up to my 65-inch OLED TV. And this is phenomenal, you know. It literally boggles the mind, this game, to me. I mean, I'd be impressed if they'd done a country like this, not the world. It's ridiculous. Right, so we're looking for the Henge, and I said it should be north. Mind you, it should be not far off that road. I should have followed that road. Where is the road? Oh, there it is. Alright, so it will be... So it should just be off to the right. Should just be over here somewhere. But we don't know if there's any sort of modelling. I assume it would be there straight ahead. You can see there's a bit of a circle. Is that where it would be? I've not gone past it, have I? It opens up, and it would be over here. Now, obviously, in X-Plane, that was Orbex to Earth South. So they're taking the time to put a Henge in. Have we got anything here by default? Now you can see it there, the satellite image of it, and you'd think it would be a point of interest. So we have no Henge. It's not very Henge today at all. Not very Henge at all. Never mind, never mind. The White Horse should be here, but will it be really low resolution? Will we be able to see it? Who knows? It's a beautiful flight regardless. On this wonderful day, have we got any traffic around us? Not in the immediate vicinity. And before I headed for the chalk pit when I saw it, I believe. And I saw the car park, flew over it, did a loop, came back and saw the White Horse carved out in the 1600s, I believe. Let's see if we can do that again. I've already started doing one of the bush activities. I've done the first leg and the first one. That was awesome. People will say they want missions or a game. I mean, that basically is. You've got a description of what you've got to follow. This road to a junction, to a river. Easy to get it wrong, but you do it, and then nearly an hour later I arrived at the first airport and landed, and it saves, so I start off from leg 2. Freaking awesome. That to me is gameplay. I mean, they're taking in beautiful sights. Amazing. What is that? Bales of hay? I tell you, this simulator, I can spend just ages. I go to some big expanse like America, zoom in on these little dots and just love loading up there. Yeah, loading can take a while, but it's not too bad. And just these random places, and I went to one that's literally, I'm in a Cessna, and I'm like on the edge of this guy's field. I can't even see it. I mean, there's meant to be a grass strip, or a dirt strip. I couldn't see it. It's like a car driving alongside. There's just a farm, and these fields. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. It was late at night, and all you could hear with the engine off was frogs. You know, the ambience is just brilliant, and finding a beautiful river whizzing off on drone camera, getting low, and all you can hear is the water and beautiful trees around you. This is a world simulator, and they've just shoved planes in it. That's what they've done.
Echo Golf India Victor, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 8 miles southeast, 1,700 feet inbound to land, runway 6.
Yeah, and as you heard, my co-pilot there, my co-pilot, she has a very male voice, to be fair, but lovely person, doing all the talking for me. I do like that. And when you're in a busy area, now earlier I was flying around Rome, and I love that you can hear air traffic control waffling on, and they're talking to Ryanair. Well, not really, but you know, calling Ryanair, and that's just really cool. I love that. What we need is liveries in there, proper liveries. I'm sure it'll happen. Whether modders will do it third party or official content, I don't know, but proper liveried up aircraft. Well, for those that are left when everything gets back to normal. So I don't really know where I'm going here. Do not really know. Okay, I believe this is about where I left off. Unfortunately, when the Xbox controller disconnected, the game crashed. Every now and then I do get a random crash to Windows, no message, just closes. It happens very rarely. Slightly annoying, but it doesn't happen very often. But there we go. So, there's the chalk pit. And in fact, there is that the car park for the... So it's just the other side of that hill. It's just below that. A horse found it, so much like the first time round, we'll do a loop and come right back at it. Fly out a little bit. You just can't see it, it's just the other side. Oh. It's just the other side of, just down there. So remember, it's below the car park. I think that's the car park. Let's just come in now and have a look. I mean, the horse has got to be there, right? Because just satellite imagery. But how crisp it is or whatever, I mean, no one's going to have gone in and modelled that, are they? I mean, that would be the most random thing to actually draw on the horse. Okay, should be coming into view any moment. There she is. Let's go a little bit over this way. Yeah, with regard to Xbox controller, a little tip. I mean, I'm flying by HOTAS, but even still, have an Xbox controller with you. Then whenever you go to drone camera, it's already binded by default. You can fly around with the Xbox controller so much better using a drone. It's amazing, getting those screenshots you want. And also on the topic of screenshots, if you're playing HDR, you need to turn that off so you don't get washed out screenshots. Not only in game, but I found out you then really also need to turn it off in Windows. Totally. You certainly can't record with it on either, and obviously just come out all dark with it on. Screenshots come out washed out. Video is really dark. There we go. That looks pretty. That looks pretty crisp. Complete unicorn, isn't it? Oh, wrong way. Goodbye, horsey. Mission accomplished. So no henge, but we do have a horse. Isn't that always the way of it? Right, now we've got to get back on track. That's going to be looking at our point of interest. And we've got to do a landing. It shouldn't be a problem. I'll cock this up, but I'm going to make the best of it. I mean, what does the X's mean? They weren't there unexplained. Do they mean do not land, this runway is not used? Well, we're getting down on it anyway. Shouldn't be a problem. Slight wind. I've actually got very slight tailwind by the looks
Echo
of it.
Golf India Victor, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Oh no,
1 mile
slight headwind.
southwest, 300 feet inbound to land runway 6.
It's not bad, that wasn't bad. There we go, we're down. Beautiful. Beautiful.